Yo, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's another day. It's 2:58 p.m. It's the 29th, June 2026. Hope you're having a good day. Let's begin. McDonald's begins eliminating free beverage refills at select branches, leaving customers unhappy. The disappearance of a free soda refill reveals how quickly everyday traditions can vanish when convenience starts serving business instead of customers. The familiar fast food experience that millions of hungry Americans have grown to truly love and heavily rely upon is currently undergoing a massive and extremely controversial shift. The deeply comforting daily ritual of casually grabbing an empty paper cup and happily pouring your own icy soda is slowly disappearing from your beloved local golden arches. Disappointed diners everywhere are intensely feeling a complicated mix of absolute confusion and deep frustration as the legendary convenience of unlimited free fountain drinks completely fades away into history. The phasing out of a beloved soda tradition. For several long and wonderful decades, grabbing an extra generous splash of your favorite fizzy drink without opening your leather wallet has been an absolute staple of the classic dining experience in America. This familiar and deeply comforting perk is currently facing the proverbial chopping block as top corporate executives aggressively push a sweeping initiative to fundamentally overhaul the entire interior dining experience, the entire dining operation across the country. In a bold strategic move that unfortunately caught many loyal fans entirely off guard, the immensely popular burger chain has officially announced concrete plans to completely remove all self-serve drink stations from its dining rooms by the target year 2032. Regular dinners who frequently visit their beloved local burger joint for a quick lunchtime meal are already unexpectedly encountering freshly remodeled interiors where the familiar bulky drink machines are entirely missing from the customer floor. Instead of happily pouring their own sweet beverages and plain mixing wildly different flavors to their specific personal liking, thirsty guests must now wait patiently at the front counter and politely ask a busy crew member to successfully handle the pouring task. This massive operational shift fundamentally aims to rapidly create a significantly cleaner dining environment while actively minimizing the incredibly persistent and sticky soda spills that constantly plague the slippery tile floors during ridiculously busy afternoon rush hours. Shifting trends drive massive restaurant remodels. The fundamental way incredibly hungry patrons naturally interact with their absolute favorite fast food restaurants has drastically changed over the last few years. Highly transformative and deeply unpredictable years. Regular people simply do not strongly prefer sitting casually inside the actual restaurant lobby as much as they formerly used to, firmly favoring the absolute undeniable convenience of comfortably eating their hot meals right at home or directly in their parked cars. Recognizing this massive cultural shift in everyday consumer behavior, highly detailed Harvey data clearly reveal that digital orders now impressively account for roughly 40% to 50% of all domestic sales. With so many rushed people aggressively choosing to quickly grab their hot food and immediately hit the busy road, having a gigantic fountain machine taking up valuable and highly expensive lobby space simply no longer makes any logical business sense. Resourceful restaurant managers are actively relocating that premium open floor space to comfortably accommodate the rapidly surging wave of incredibly busy delivery drivers and hasty mobile order pickups that constantly flood the main entrance. It truly breaks my sentimental heart to slowly see the beautiful community aspect of sharing a quick friendly chat during a refill quietly disappear, but the harsh reality is that the modern dining experience is incredibly fast paced and fiercely focused on lightning fast delivery speed over casual afternoon lounging. Franchises take control of the beverage experience, while the overarching corporate mandate absolutely provides a very clear and definite timeline for this massive organizational transition. The actual daily implementation heavily depends on the individual business owners successfully running each specific neighborhood location. You might happily walk into one familiar neighborhood spot and freely grab a cold refill, only to drive 5 quick miles down the busy road and shockingly find the soda machines strictly locked securely behind the main cash register. It is crucially important to always firmly remember that the massive global burger giant currently operates approximately 14,000 locations, completely specific and distinct restaurant locations scattered broadly across the vast geographical expanse of the United States. The sheer massive physical scale of this deeply beloved corporate enterprise logically means that the absolutely nothing practically happens uniformly overnight across every single busy neighborhood store location. Because roughly 95% of these popular fast food restaurants are entirely owned and strictly operated by fiercely independent and highly motivated franchises. These local owners actually hold the ultimate decision power to directly dictate exactly when these particular fountain machines permanently disappear. Some highly proactive business owners quickly pulled the plug on self service many years ago to actively prevent rampant soda theft, while other sentimental owners are stubbornly holding on to the beloved old ways until they are legally forced to undergo a mandatory and very expensive interior remodeling project. Digital sales dominate the modern fast food market. The sheer astronomical volume of daily revenue actively generated through sophisticated mobile apps and highly convenient touchscreen kiosks is completely reshaping exactly how these massive global food empires successfully operate daily. Loyal dinners genuinely appreciate the supreme frictionless convenience of simply tapping a few simple buttons on their exceptionally bright smartphones and miraculously having their perfectly hot meals magically ready upon their remarkably quick arrival at the designated mobile parking spot. Reflecting this incredibly powerful and highly profitable consumer trend perfectly, total digital sales across the top 6 global markets for the burger chain officially surpassed a truly staggering $8 billion during the highly lucrative second quarter of the recent fiscal year. This absolutely incredible and totally unprecedented flood of strictly digital online transactions heavily encouraged smart restaurant managers to firmly keep absolutely all food and beverage preparation strictly confined directly behind the secure employee service counter. Having the highly trained fast food staff carefully prepare absolutely every single delicious menu item, including the delightfully cold fountain drinks, dramatically cuts down on chaotic and confusing customer traffic aimlessly wandering around the relatively small main dining lobby. From a purely logical and highly logistical standpoint, effectively letting kitchen workers efficiently fill the large paper cups precisely as the digital food order pop-ups on the bright kitchen screen effectively prevents the hilarious yet deeply frustrating bottleneck of terribly indecisive customers randomly mixing various sodas at the sticky beverage fountain. Expanded drinks, expanded drink menus soften the frustrating blow. Even though sadly losing the highly coveted and deeply appreciated free refill privilege definitively stings quite a severe bit for tight budget consumers. The smart company is actively trying to heavily sweeten the harsh deal by rapidly introducing a bunch of exciting and completely new beverage options. The strategic and highly paid corporate executives fully realize that thirsty, devoted fans are visibly and loudly upset about the abrupt historical policy change, so they are frantically and aggressively pivoting to offer highly premium specialty iced beverages that naturally command much higher retail prices and consistently deliver far better and more complex flavor profiles. Eager to completely revitalize their somewhat stale and terribly boring traditional drink lineup, the massive company officially launched exactly 6 brand new delicious specialty drinks at bustling restaurants nationwide on May 6th of 2024, featuring incredibly delicious and vibrant flavors profiles like naturally sweet strawberry, watermelon, and brightly tangy blackberry passion fruit. These beautifully crafted and highly aesthetic fancy beverages essentially require highly specific and carefully monitored preparation methods and highly precise ingredient mixing that basically make a traditional messy self-service model completely impossible to ever maintain safely. Annoyed customers might actively and continuously complain incredibly loud on social media about tragically missing out on their absolute favorite unlimited diet sodas, but they are simultaneously and somewhat hypocritically lining up in massive droves to eagerly purchase these incredibly fancy and highly photogenic ice refreshers. At the very definitive end of the extremely long business day, this massive and totally irreversible corporate operation transition perfectly highlights exactly how the classic American fast food dining experience is aggressively trading its simple, homemade, nostalgic charm for hyper-efficient operational perfection and remarkably trendy upscale cafe-style menu offerings. Again, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram, the Studio 11. Follow me on X, the Studio 2020. I like to say Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you for joining. And I'll see you on the next one. Obviously, remember to visit your local McDonald's. See if these changes are happening in your local McDonald's when you go out of town. Make sure that you go into the McDonald's and see if they still have those sweet ice drinks outside, and make sure that you get a refill, because come 2032 these franchise sites might not have that watery drink that you always like, to fill up, with maybe 2 to 3 flavors, mix it up and stuff like that. So make sure you get one before it's too late. Again, thank you for joining. And again, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and follow me on Instagram, the Studio 11. Follow me on X, the Studio 2020. I like to say Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you on the next one.